What's up, world? Jordan.
Dale.
MMA World Agree to Disagree. Alright, guys. First off, I'm going to bring you guys onto the whole thing about what I was talking about earlier. Right now, on our voting thing, on our votes right now, we got only 5 people voted, including me and my friend Dale. Myself. We got total of 5, I said. So, you technically have about an hour or two. I've been thinking an hour and a half to actually fully vote in. Right now, I'm not going to tell you where the numbers are, but we got a tie for two for two, and 1 vote for 1. And I get different votes, not necessarily on the page, but through friends of mine that are also followers of the page. They send me their request. They send Dale the request. So, that's all we got to say about that. All right, well, let's go to the main event card.
Awesome.
Obviously, you guys can watch the prelims. We can tell you right now, Brian Caraway won.
Yep.
And
Steven Seiler won.
And Josh Ferguson lost.
And John Albert just won.
Yep. So, that's all we got to tell you about the prelims. All right, let's go to the main card here. We're going to start off with Luis Gandot versus John Bedford. What would you say about this? About even fight? Both awesome grapplers, awesome, about medium stand-up, right?
Something like that, yeah. I'd say main difference, size. Gandot actually fought as a flyweight earlier on in his career, so that's where I get that from.
Yeah, the way I see this fight probably going through, Johnny Bedford definitely bringing hell. But you got Luis Gandot probably ended up pulling him out of the ground at some point in the game because his jiu-jitsu is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Dale? You see probably the same thing?
Same thing. I got Gandot winning.
I got Gandot winning too. I mean, he definitely probably, in my opinion, had the most bloodiest fight of the season so far. And we all know he can take hell. All right, what I got is Gandot winning in the 3rd round by submission, or Johnny Bedford winning the 2nd by knockout or TKO.
I'd have to say probably Gandot 2nd round TKO.
All right, well, next one, another vet of the Ultimate Fighter, Tony Ferguson versus Ives Edwards. Everybody should know who Ives Edwards is by now. Crazy winning streak right now, which I think didn't get broken the last time he fought, right?
Yeah.
But it was very, very, very close.
It wasn't very close. He got knocked out by Sam Stout.
I'm just messing. I know. There's a little sarcasm in there, guys. I'm just joking around. All right. Well, in this fight, somehow I see Tony Ferguson just knocking him out in the 1st or 2nd.
Pretty much.
Ives, if he does, it's going to be a 3rd round submission, or possibly knockout in the 1st by a really fast knockout. Would you agree with that?
I could see that happening.
All right. Well, we got TJ Dillashaw versus John Dodson. Interesting.
Yes.
All right. Well, we got the Christian boy TJ Dillashaw fighting John Dodson. Got nothing bad to say about either fighters, do you, Dale?
Nothing really. I mean, I was very impressed with Dodson on the show, though. I mean, for a guy that was like the snitch of Team Mayhem, dude's a fucking beast. He's just a ball of energy.
That's true. But yet again, you also got TJ Dillashaw. A lot of people counted him out, but that dude, man, he definitely put a beating on Luis Gandot. Remember that knee? Remember his Muay Thai? Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he's got a good submission game, but dude, it was the Muay Thai that did the damage. I mean, John Dodson's talk about how awesome his wrestling is. I'll admit to it, very good wrestling, but yet again, a counter to a good wrestler is a good Muay Thai striker, especially within the clinch. Would you agree with that, Dale?
I don't really know so much about his Muay Thai. All I know is Dillashaw trains at Team Alpha Male, so
oh yeah, dude. I like TJ Dillashaw. All right, well, how would you see this one going down?
Heart says Dodson, mind says Dillashaw, but I never doubt my heart, so Dodson probably 3rd round TKO or KO.
I could agree with that, or TJ by the 1st round swift knockout.
I could agree with that also.
All right, let's get into one. Dale and me, before we get into this one, we might argue a little bit.
We're gonna argue.
So safety first. Dale, gentleman's agreement that we won't We won't be pissed off at each other.
Yeah.
All right, sir. He's got. Okay, Dale, you can say your guy. I'll say my
Okay.
guy.
Diego Brandao.
And I got my boy Dennis Bermudez. Both knockout artists. Simple said and done.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'd say Bermudez, to his credit, a bit more well-rounded. He did submit. I believe he submitted Coruscant and who did he face in the quarterfinals?
Dude, I got lost right at that point.
I think it was. I want to say it was Bass.
Yeah, no, Bass, dude, he beat the living shit out of him. That's the one where he got on top of him and just went pop, 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 and the ref just had to stay stopped because guy wasn't intelligently defending himself.
But he did beat the shit out of Bass. I knew that.
Yeah, it was God, I honestly, guys, I can't remember. The guillotine choke.
Yeah,
That's what it was. That was the match you're thinking of, where he pulled it on the Persian guy.
Yeah,
I always forget that guy's name though.
Yeah, Akira Coruscant. That's who it was. Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled a guillotine choke on him. I think it was his last match, actually.
Yeah, it was the last one before he made the
Very
finals.
good fight, though. But yet again, you got a guy who's knocked out every one of his opponents and went on unanimous decision.
And fun fact, Brandao is also a Greg Jackson boy.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of odd me not cheering for him, but I also like the underdog situation coming out of Dennis Bermudez. I'll say it's simple and said and done. Even though I am cheering a little bit more for Dennis Bermudez, I'm actually gonna fence this fight because I like both guys evenly.
Like them both, but I have to choose Diego Brandao. Definite knockout.
Wouldn't you agree? Would you probably say gentleman's agreement? Probably fence the fight's a safe bet because we like them both.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you got our own pools a little bit more for.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it could go any way on this with a knockout or TKO in 1 through 3 rounds.
Yeah.
I don't have one. I can't tell you who I think. All right. Well, Dale, let's get into Michael Bisping, Jason Miller. How about it?
Let's do it.
All right.
You want to start off about it, or you want me to?
Dale, you know what? I've been a little bit selfish here. I'll let you start in on the main event.
Okay, so long story short, Bisping and Miller have not been able to stand one another on the show. A lot of trash talk, a lot of animosity. I think it really boiled over at the weigh-ins yesterday. Mayhem was really, really, really funny saying, he knows what he has to do tonight, and he said, "Now boo this man." And long story short,
I did see that. That was pretty funny, actually.
And long story short, Bisping just basically told the crowd, I don't give a fuck about love or getting love. I just want to smash this dickhead's face in. And he basically told the crowd to fuck off.
That was pretty funny, actually. I gave him balls for doing that.
I give him balls for doing that, but he says he's got the better wrestling, the better cardio, the better jiu-jitsu. I don't think he has the better jiu-jitsu.
Or the
man.
Maybe if he gets close on the wrestling. But but I'll definitely give him the cardio and kickboxing. Actually, not cardio. I'll say they're even cardio, but definitely better kickboxing.
I don't know. I might give him the edge there.
But yet again, you know what the best counter to kickboxing is?
Good wrestling.
Awesome jiu-jitsu game.
Oh yeah, awesome jiu-jitsu.
I mean, Hoist Gracie, example of it.
That's true.
All right. Well, if I see this going not to a decision. And yet again, this is another fight I'm fencing because I like both guys evenly. But if I got to pick one, my heart's going for Mayhem just because I like him a little bit more. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Because I like them both because they're both sarcastic assholes. That's so funny. All right, well, the way I see it, what'd you say? If it's not a unanimous decision or a split, I would say Miller in the second by triangle. Or ground and pound, or Michael Bisping knockout in the first. I hate to say it, but that's what I see.
I'd say if it doesn't go all 5 rounds, and if Bisping does not knock out Mayhem, I'd say 3rd or 4th round submission, Jason Mayhem Miller. Guys, I like both guys, but I like Mayhem's chances just a little bit more.
Guys, I hate to say that, my mistake. I'm so used to it being 3 rounds that I get that it's 5 rounds in the main event no matter what now. My mistake there. I apologize. You tell when you're a creature of habit, you gotta do what you gotta do, right, Adele?
Absolutely.
All right, well, guys, It was good talking to you guys. We'll see you after the fights. I'm Jordan.
I'm Dale.
MMA World Agree to Disagree. If you don't know us yet, follow us on Facebook at Facebook/MMA _Agree to Disagree.
Yeah.
Which it's obviously not. It's 1.over1. You know what it is. I always forget what they're called, but either way, that's where we're at. If you want to follow me on Facebook, just look me up, Jordan BUJKO, or Dale DESU OUZA. And you can also follow us on Twitter, same thing, or you can follow us.
You can
on
follow
YouTube.
us individually on Twitter if you want to. At Jordan Boyko, or at Jordan Boyko, pardon me, and at Dale D'Souza.
All right, guys. Well,
see you after the fight.
And Dale?
Peace!
All right, buddies.